Just a couple of hours into the new year, a man is murdered.
The number of shootings was a troubling start to 2020, but police say they stepped up their staffing to deal with it. Angela Ingram joining us now live with the expansion of a program that's already helped reduce gun violence. Angela?
Well, Kyle, this is Avondale, and the Cincinnati Police Department identifies this neighborhood as a hot spot for gun violence. So they implemented a technology called ShotSpotter. In its first year, it was highly effective in reducing gun violence. Now that program is being expanded throughout the city. The first day of the year, and 29-year-old Eugene Hafford is killed at Bahama Terrace. Around the same time, someone opened fire on a man sitting in his car on Sycamore Street. A half hour later, 2 men and a woman were shot on the same street.
And I just think the public needs to know what their law enforcement officers are dealing with when they're out there. And it was a very challenging night. They handled it very well. Between the amount of gunfire, the shootings, and the homicide that we had in Mount Airy.
The shootings were in addition to shots fired calls in Avondale and Price Hill.
And just in those two areas, we had 168 activations.
That's where the city already has ShotSpotter. The technology alerts officers on their cell phones and computers. Officers respond 100% of the time. Most of yesterday's gunfire was people celebrating the new year, and ShotSpotter will now expand by the end of the year.
So we'll be adding West End OTR, Evanston, and then Westwood, Millvale, South Fairmount.
That will take the coverage area from 6 square miles to 13. In Price Hill, neighbors are seeing a change.
Before they installed it, they made promises that there would be 60-second response time. It's been in now since, I want to say, late July, middle July, late July, and they're living up to their promises.
In Avondale, community activist Ennis Tate likes the system.
I think the implementation of it was at the right time, and I think the police have done a great job of following up.
But he's hoping more neighbors will call when they hear gunshots.
And so that's really the ultimate goal, is to get people to, if they see something, say something.
Police say ShotSpotter is just one piece of crime fighting, and it's helping.
Our strategies are working. There's still a lot of work to do.
Now, despite the violence yesterday, Cincinnati police say they don't just look at one day when they're determining whether their gun violence reduction strategy is effective. They look at a period of time, and they say over a 12-year period, 2019 saw the second lowest number of shooting victims in the city. The lowest number in that 12-year period was 2018. Reporting live in Avondale, Angela Ingram, Local 12 News. Paula, back to you.
Really fascinating technology. Thank you, Angela. ShotSpotter costs $70,000 per square mile. Police say the investment shows the city has a commitment to reducing gun violence.